For all those people who believe that gaming is an addiction, well, everything can be an addiction actually. One just must remember that everyone must be taken in moderation. What makes things an addiction is the unhealthy obsession to it. If you make sure that you're not obsessed with what you're doing or with what hobby you're doing, you're playing, whatever, it's not going to be dangerous or detrimental in your life. I mean, take a look at my brother, take a look at all my friends who are playing games. I mean, these are wonderful people. These are people who actually achieved something outside of gaming. They're very amazing citizens. They're law-abiding citizens. And some of my friends actually got out of their old vices such as drinking and smoking because of video games. And if you think that video games is a bad addiction, other than a beautiful escape from what harsh realities can actually show you, then I think you must change your perception about gaming. Take it from me actually. Personally, it helped me through my dark times during my childhood. It helped me with my self-esteem, helped me with my confidence. And I guess with proper implementation, with proper guidance on how your kids can actually, or how anyone could play these games, then everyone can be positively changed for the better. I guess a world that plays video games, moderation, and with proper mindset is a better world to live in.
Hi, my name is Mark Luis Lagorja.
My name is Kenneth John R. Pernes, 21 years old.
I'm 17 years old. My in-game name is Ripper.
My in-game name is Snatch. Before, when I was young, I always go out in the house and play with my friends in the streets as our playground. As I grow up, I played basketball, I do CrossFit, I train weightlifting. Those hobbies does not suit me to be a competitive player or an athlete compared to video games that fits perfectly to me.
I wasn't really into gaming, pero kita mo ako sa akong brothers, sige sila duwag GTA or kada mga old games, so more interested sad ko. And I wanted to beat them in any game nga maayo sila. The feeling of playing in my city is really difficult because wala kayo mga sponsors here sa Cebu, gamay ang lands, so like somehow depressing siya sa among part.
Because when a gamer wants to be a professional and then compete to other countries, there should be a starting point for your growth.
Pagkabata ako, I was actually a very sporty kid. Kanang say kog duwa og basketball or magbike ko sa gawas or badminton.
First game is Counter-Strike 1.6 in a cafe just 10 minutes walking distance. That's very far for a kid because I think I was like 7 years old that time.
I discovered CSGO because my brother was playing it, and then I got interested and I wanted to interact with other players that are playing locally in Cebu. So ganahan ako mo-compete. I wanted to beat every single player out there, and that's where it started. I actually started playing competitively in the year 2015. I was recruited by some of my older brother's friends, and I wanted to play competitively because I knew my capabilities as a player. I just didn't want to stay on the level which is an average, but I wanted to become good, and then I want to become excellent, and I want to become the best. So, bale, I always want to improve on every game I join. I'm not the type of guy mediocre. I always want to learn new stuff while balancing other priorities.
And also that year, my cousin invites me to a tournament to join his team. That year, I realized that there's also a big opportunity in gaming.
Gaming has a big influence on Mark since it's also one of his outlets. Aside from playing a bit of sports, his competitive side can be easily unleashed in competitive gaming. As I've said before, he's a competitive type of person. Therefore, playing these types of games actually helped him become himself even more. by around 7 or 8, when his teammates are actually awake now, he starts practicing for at least 4 to 5 hours. He's going to be playing scrims with other top tier players from around the Philippines, and you could really see how passionate he is in practicing with these people. Although some people may say that it is tedious, but you could just see it in his eyes that he's enjoying with the company of the people he's playing with too. That makes me happy.
The one who motivates me the most is my cousin. When we grow up, he's always good at something compared to myself, like basketball or CrossFit and weightlifting. It makes me want to step myself up. He even let me borrow money for me to buy the game and to go join his team. He wants me to join and we go to tournaments. He's always the reason why I have a lot of experience in this world, because he shares a lot of knowledge and helping me to achieve something great in life. And that's how motivations is being defined.
I am a really emotional guy. If ever I lose, dili ko ganahan mapildi ko. And I love to win. And si Terrence, siya jud always mo comfort nako. For example, na yung mga games nga mapildi mi, ma-down jud ko. He's always there to tell me to just cheer up and do better in next games. My worst experience was back in November 2015, where we were up 14 to 12. We only had 2 rounds left, and then we would have won the game. But then the opponent's team, which is named 30 Pips, actually made a comeback and beat us 16 to 14. So that was a really hard time for us.
And I'm so down, and it feels like I'm the reason why we lost, and the team don't motivate each other anymore, and there's a blaming in the game. It feels no fun left anymore. I can't see teamwork anymore.
Sometimes there are just days where it doesn't go your way.
But the nice thing when you lose is that you learn something, to let me know that you have something to work on. After we lost, we get to talk about our mistakes we made, and the chance to become more open to each other and learn how to let go your prides.
My best experience was when we won in the online tournament for WASD tournament. It was like qualifiers for cheer teams, and we actually won against those cheer teams. The teams that we battled against were from Manila, were from Davao, and from other parts of the Philippines. So it was really a good feeling. My biggest goal is I want to compete on the biggest LAN tournament in the whole wide world, because I really love LANs and I want my team to become the best.
For me, there's 3 types of people who plays video games. First is the drop-by gamer, the one who tries but never stayed. Second is the casual, who will always play but for fun, with friends and in-game. And the third type of gamer is me, the one who plays with a heart and competitively.
Well, what makes Mark special is, aside from him being my brother, he's also highly passionate about it. He doesn't take everything for granted. As long as he wants to do something, he wants to achieve something, he does it. without any excuse, and with 150% dedication, commitment, and of course skill. Doesn't care how much practice it takes, whether it is chess, whether it is a game of generals, anything that he likes, even driving. You could just see his passion. It just emanates from him. That type of person is really rare to see, and it's such a privilege to know that that person is my brother. I want him to be happy. I guess that should be the goal of everyone in their lives. It's to progress, to take every challenge as something that's not insurpassable, to keep on evolving, to keep on growing, and to keep being happy. And that's what I want to do.